3A state championship game, Bishop Verot versus Pensacola Catholic. Vikings send DJ Schleicher out to the mound for the state championship game. Top of the first inning, Schleicher gets a ground out to shortstop Nick Rivera. He flips to Zach Hatefully, onward to Dan Vogelbach. Vikings get a double play to get out of the first inning. We head to the top half of the second inning, where Pensacola Catholic would get their first run across the board. A base hit right up the middle by Avery Geyer of Pensacola gives the Crusaders a 1-0 lead in the top half of the second. We head to the bottom half of the second inning, where the Vikings would have an answer. Zach Hatefully at the plate. He hits a rocket out to right field, and it will fall over the right fielder's head of Pensacola, and Hatefully will be in easily with a stand-up double. Next batter for the Vikings is Evan Doherty. Doherty gets a hit through the right side of the infield. It'll bring Hatefully home, and the Vikings tie Pensacola in the second, 1-1 after 2. We head to the top half of the third inning, where Pensacola would have another answer. They get a bunt single, a beautifully placed bunt right down the third base line. Good play by Evan Doherty, but can't get the runner at first. Pensacola would get another guy on via hit and run, giving the Crusaders first and third here in the top of the third inning. As their runner advances to second, giving them second and third in the top of the third. Next batter for the Crusaders was Tanner Halstead. And Halstead will get a base hit through the middle, bringing in 2 Crusader runs, and Pensacola Catholic leads 3-1. We head now to the bottom of the third inning, where the Vikings would have an answer of their own. A high-chopping base hit from Josh Garcia as he beats the throw to first base gives the Vikings a runner in the third. Next batter for the Vikings, Thomas Doherty, as he loops one over the second baseman's head. He gets Garcia over to third base, and the Vikings have first and third after a walk to Vogelbach loads the bases for the Vikings. Trailing 3-1, they send shortstop Nick Rivera to the plate. To Rivera, a wild pitch almost hits him, but it's enough to bring in the Vikings' second run of the game, and they make it 3-2. Next pitch, a pop-up to the outfield by Rivera, caught by their right fielder, but it is enough to bring Thomas Doherty home, and we are all tied up at 3 after 3 innings. The score would stay that way. Keith Ryan comes in to relieve DJ Schleicher in the top half of the 6th inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and he gets the Pensacola hitter to pop up. Zach Hatefully squeezes it tight, and the Vikings get out of a bases-loaded jam. Pensacola 3, Verot 3 after 6. We head to the top half of the 7th inning. Keith Ryan, adios amigo, out number 1 for the Vikings. The next hitter, Keith Ryan, K-Club, out number 2 for Bishop Verot. Third hitter of the inning, hits it to outfield, but Thomas Doherty settles under it, squeezes it tight, and Verot heads to the bottom of the 7th, needing 1 run for a state championship. After getting the first 2 hitters out, Dan Vogelbach is intentionally walked. Winning run now on first base. The next hitter for the Vikings would be their shortstop, Nick Rivera. Against the FSU signee, Cody Alling, knocks one up the middle. Alling, he can't find it. He doesn't know where it is, and everybody's safe. First and second for Bishop Verot. That would bring up Hudson Boyd. Hudson hits it down the third base line, off the third baseman's glove, into the outfield. Here comes Vogelbach around third base. Play at the plate. There is no play at the plate. And Bishop Verot is your 2011 3A state champions. Vikings 4, Pensacola Catholic 3 in Bishop Verot's 5th overall state championship as a school.